So
Mm.
today we have with us our guest, Mr. Nava Krishna. He's from India and currently working in Germany. So he's a senior software engineer in Germany with over 9 years of professional experience. So Nava, over to you. So you can actually discuss a little bit about your experience, the past experience as well as your current role, and then we will move further into more questions. Over to you.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Anup. Thank you for inviting me, for this for your YouTube channel. It's my first kind of YouTube about it, or should I say it's an interview or some video chatting. Everything is the first time. So I thought it will be a different experience for me as well. So I thought let me join. Okay. So I started a career in India. I worked initially I started as a Java developer, in India in a startup company, and later I moved to Infosys. I worked there as a Java developer, and then I moved to DevOps role there, where I worked on the support side as well as the development side. With that, in the same role, I came to Germany, and the experience of work experience, especially here, I liked it. That's why I thought of I want to continue my career here itself in Germany. So then later I moved to a company again. I moved to startup company called E2Open, which works on the business stream is supply chain. So here I'm working as a senior software engineer. Mainly it's a senior Java developer role, to be very specific. Yeah, this is my introduction kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. That's really great introduction. And yeah, congratulations for your new job role here in Germany. And
Yep.
so
Thank
moving on
you.
to my next question, which is basically how you made your journey from India to Germany. And then can you also explain your journey a bit so that people who are right now in India and maybe a Java developer, they can
Mm.
also follow the same path that you followed.
Yeah. Actually, from your earlier sessions also with many people, as many people know that there are a lot of ways to come Germany, pursuing masters, like other job seeker visa, and the other thing is come by on on site through a company, and there you can switch that. So I felt this is one of the easiest option, coming as from a service based company, especially like TCS or Infosys. You come on site, and here you switch the company, because in Europe, especially we prefer English speaking countries, correct? Like in UK, it is not possible. Apart from US, no other country English speaking country doesn't allow you to do that easily. The visa which you go with from one company, it's binded with that company. But Germany is one of the other options apart from US, where you come on work visa or ICT, anything, just switch the company. It's possible here. Government will allow that. It's legally correct. So I followed that path. I came here. To be very specific, I had an intention when I came in the beginning only. So I updated my LinkedIn profile, everything. I want to switch the company. But being I was in a DevOps role, half here and half there, it was completely took time for me to completely become come back as a senior Java developer. It took time, almost for me 2 years, to cope up and get the complete knowledge and attend for interviews. Yeah. So I came as on-site through Infosys to Adidas client location. Then I switched the company here, to be very specific.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your answer to that question, and then I'll move on to the next one. So the next
Mhm.
question is basically, what are the opportunities available for a Java developer in Germany, and how is the job market here for a Java developer?
Actually, the opportunities are here enormous, on the Java development side,
Mhm.
because currently also I'm getting a lot of calls and a lot of people are approaching me. So in that case, actually, especially if you talk very specific to Java, like you need like a Java frameworks also, especially like Spring Boot. And along with that, if you have some DevOps kind of like, especially the cloud technologies like Docker, Kubernetes, if you have these kind of technologies also, it will be an added advantage along with these Java frameworks, what you're working. So altogether, this portfolio, this complete profile, gives like good weightage in your resume, such that the recruiters also who are looking, they'll approach you based on this. There are huge opportunities, like a lot of opportunities are there in like almost every field where they are using software. Like Java has very good demand, and the job market, as I said, like opportunities are more. Job market is very good. As I can share my experience, like here, like when in LinkedIn, you can see how many people are like approaching you for the new job positions. They'll
Yep.
give the monthly they give the progress.
Yep.
In my case, actually, it was like though I'm not a premium customer, earlier I was. So the information what they are providing is like the people who are approaching the race, the statistics. So it's very good. Like a lot of I'm avoiding myself. Actually, I'm not attending because of a lot of things. So there is a good market. There is no doubt in that. They are in need of like very good Java developers in Germany in this
Okay.
current situation.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
does that change because of the COVID scenario anyhow, or is it the same?
I was expecting that, like when this lockdown was started and all those. But from
Hmm.
past 9 months, I'm telling this experience from past 9 months, the calls which I'm getting got increased.
Yes.
Okay, so there, I don't know, like even like a lot of companies are like immediate in the beginning of that period, it was like it was not that huge. But after that, after 2 months or 3 months, I'm getting a lot of calls. It started actually getting a lot of calls, and yeah, I was saying, okay, no, not now, not now. Just I was rejecting, but yeah, very good companies are also approaching. There's a good demand here. No.
Okay. Okay. Then my next question will be, what are the differences between working for an Indian company versus a German company as a Java developer?
Yeah, the one thing which obviously in software development, especially as you know that on the technical side, it will be most of the company, very rare company, like very few companies will have the German only Germans, very few companies, but most of the companies are international
Yeah.
environment. Like a lot of people are there. So you are I thinking what like what I observed, like working in India, it's only about like in Jira, what are the 4 lines you have, that is your you turn that into a technical implementation.
Yeah.
Here what I have observed is we are more focused to complete the features there, what I observed. But here people are more keen to ideas and suggestions to improve the product or application, okay, which
Hmm.
opens the doors to think in a different perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so which I learned mostly like here in my current company. So the current company which was mainly focused towards that, which I learned, my thinking also changed. Okay, and also that is one thing. And the other part which I was when in Indian company, which I never got the chance to speak with like a product owners or business analysts, not much, very rare, like
Hmm.
according to. But here the gates are open to me. I am the one who need to take the initiative. They expect that. Okay, that lead, just be proactive to learn. It also gives you a different dimension to think. Okay, this is the thing which the customer is expecting. That is. So this is one thing which I observed very good. Like people are open to ideas and open to ideas in improving yourself as well as the product. And the second point, yeah, most of the people say work-life balance. Yes, I agree. In Indian company, as a statement, as you know that as a statement, will be always said. But here people are will show you in implementation also. They say that
Hmm.
if you are on a holiday time, it's a holiday time of yours. If you're taking a leave, because I can share my experience. Last month I was completely on sick leave, like on November completely.
Yeah.
Okay. In India, you can't take those many sick leave. Altogether, you'll have 15, 20 leaves. So now in this month, I'm completely on my vacation because I have to use my leaves. People never said anything. Okay, done. They have their. So the work-life balance is very good in here. That is one thing which I like very much. People also show that, and your managers also encourage to do that. Okay, take your leaves properly, utilize it, take your holiday time. They encourage that.
Mhm.
That is one thing which I never experienced. I can't say it is not there in Indian companies. I never experienced in Indian company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither me. So most of the
Mm.
people have not experienced that kind of a work-life
Yeah.
balance in India.
Yeah.
Yes.
People say I have heard in words, but I never seen as it is people implementing that.
Yeah.
But here I
Mhm.
experienced. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then the next one is why did you move from being a DevOps guy to a Java developer? So what was the reason behind that?
First thing, like I started my career as a Java developer. For 7 years, not 7 years, sorry, 6 years. I worked as a Java completely into the development. Okay,
Okay.
so then I moved one first point is to come on site. That is
Mhm.
my primary motto. So in development, they have given me the opportunity for 1 month, 2 months. I thought I want for long term. Okay, so I took that opportunity as a DevOps. That is the first motive. And the second motive is like I understood the problems actually, the real time problems when I was in ops side. When people are approaching me, okay, I got a chance to think, putting myself into their shoes. Okay, I know coding and all. We develop and done and dusted, correct? But in real time usage, there are a lot of implications to that. Like people start using that, then you see different kind of issues coming up. So then I started analyzing those things, which really now in my current role it's helping a lot, that experience.
Mhm.
So first the motto in India to uh, move to DevOps is to come on site, but after coming I learned these things, and both together now, like here when I was working current role, it's making me to think differently also, and also to solve the many problems in a better way, thinking in the perspective of the user. So if
Okay.
one requirement comes, so think in the perspective of user, put yourself in the user shoes and think like what you're doing, and
Mhm.
try to cover the possible things as best as possible. Yeah,
Okay.
this is
So
one
you
thing which I
were
learned a lot.
so you
Yeah.
were initially a Java developer, then you moved into the
Yeah.
DevOps role, and now you are
Mm.
doing both of them together. So DevOps plus Java, is it?
Mostly on the R&D side, I'll work mostly on the POC parts of very critical things. Rest all, I'll help my team, like I'll mentor them who are in India. So I'll mentor them, and rest all main key things I'll take responsibilities. Rest all small things. Now, what I used to do earlier, I stopped doing that. Now the new things I moved into the new role. So just I hand over them to continue with that.
Okay. So you are currently managing some team in India as well, is it?
Yeah, three people
Okay.
I have. Like I'm not managing, especially it's mentoring only. Like I'll
Uh-huh.
help them with the functional requirements.
Okay.
I'll work on my modules also, coding completely, and I help them also. They are in touch with me for all the technical and functional help. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Then the last question from my side is what are your suggestions or tips for an Indian Java developer who wishes to move to Germany and work here? So do you have some tips for them?
Yeah. Actually, as you know that when you attended your interview here, I attended when I was in Infosys. In 2 years, I attended, I don't know, like 30 companies. I believe I closely because I was rejected in the beginning. I was rejected in first round. I was rejected in some second round. I in 2 interviews I rejected in HR also. I got
Okay.
rejected. Okay, so here people based on that path. Okay, what I understood is like people more test you on the practical orientation, practical aspect. Okay,
Exactly.
practical aspect in the sense what is your programming skills. Okay, I can say, give an example. All like though whatever your experience is, like 9 years or 10 years, until unless you apply for an architect role, that is a different case. But if you are applying, though you're 10 years, if you're applying for a developer role, like senior software or software engineer roles, they first test your competitive programming skills. So whatever the language, choose your language. It's not language specific. Your competitive programming skills are very, very important. So in India, the interviews are mostly on the theoretical basis. Okay,
Yes.
what is OOPS concept? What is threading? What is? But here people keep it in practical.
Yeah.
So I suggest people to look into that direction. Nowadays there are a hell lot of platforms people can practice over there.
Yeah.
I can there is a good website called Lead Code where like they explain the concept behind each competitive programming concept. For example, there is a dynamic programming in the data structure and algorithms orientation. So what is dynamic programming? They'll explain you very clearly what is that and how to apply, where to apply. So you need to learn that way of, not like exactly like array, I'll take it, put the values, get the output. No, if you are using some array or something or any list or any set, you need to know the behind the scenes what is happening. That is what they expect when your experience is growing.
Yeah.
So this is one thing which I have seen. So get complete picture of your CV. Don't keep random things which you don't know, because easily you will get caught and people will think that just they are doing some magic there. Nothing, they don't know anything. This is one thing. And other thing is like, this is one point which, as I mentioned earlier, I attend 30 companies. Initially, I was not aware completely. I don't say every company expects cover letter. Okay, cover letter is a mandatory thing, but cover letter should be focused on what is your motto to apply to that company. Put your motto, not your technical skills and all. What is your primary motto to apply? What did you like about that company and why you are applying for that company?
Yeah.
So this I understood later. After a lot of my experience, I understood. And I suggest also, if possible, to showcase your work. As if you want to move from India to here, if you're not here, like you're applying directly from India, okay, showcase your work by putting your GitHub profile, because that makes you very good. Like it creates a different, create that you are different from others. It will stand you out basically. This is one thing. And the last point which I want to say, if possible, people can take, until they get the job, people can take the premium LinkedIn membership, because I took that because it helped me a lot. Who are viewing, what kind of companies are coming, like if the profile, like recruiters who are coming to your profile, you can see them who are coming to your profile and you can contact them also back.
Yeah.
So if they are coming, what they are expecting, because I learned few things, because who viewed my profile and they didn't contact me, then I checked back with them. So you came to my profile, what was missing, what that you are looking. Just try. In India, I think its cost is very less. Here it was 25 euros in Germany when I took per month. But in India, I was not sure like how much. So people can take that premium membership. That helps a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think that was a really good set of tips that you gave, and that will really help people in India to make their way to Germany. So, not taking much time of yours. So, thank you for the interview today, and it was really a nice source of information from an experienced guy. And we wish you a really great future ahead. And please stay in touch and help all the members of our channel and the group members, providing your valuable input in future as well.
Yeah.
So thank you.
I want to also say a few words, so all the best for the viewers who are watching Anup's videos and getting some information, making use of it. All the best for all of them. Thank you, Anup. Thank you for inviting me. And it's a great work you're doing, man. It needs, you have to take time out of it and do that. I always think that I want to put my experiences as a channel, but it needs a lot of patience and a lot of things. It should be a passion. I can't say patience. It should be a passion. That then only it comes out. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yep.
thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
Anup.
kind
Thank you
words
very much.
and your time.
Yep.
So see you
Yep.
later. Bye.
See you, Anup. Bye.